In this video, I'm going to show you how to mix your delay aux to sound professional. Yo, what's up guys? It's Mixnob here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to mix your delay aux to sound more interesting and also professional. In my previous video, I talked about how to mix your reverb aux. You can check that out. The link is in the description. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so to keep the channel going. So I'll be using the same concept I use in mixing my reverb aux by calculating the reverb time and all of that. I'll be calculating my delay time as well. But before we get to that, I'm going to play it for you so you can hear how the delay sounds in the song. So you have an idea what we'll be working with. And after then, I'll walk you through the several ways you can mix your delay aux to sound more interesting. I'm walking away, walking away. I'm walking away. Yeah. Yeah, so the reason why I increased it is so that it will be audible enough so you can hear what this delay is doing. And I intentionally used it on this lead vocals, but the delay was made for the reverb, and I'm going to play it with the reverb so you can also get a feel of what this delay is doing on the reverb. And I'm going to mute the beats, or I'm going to play it without the beats later on, play it with the beats. I'm walking away, walking away. I'm walking away. Yeah. Now I'm going to play it without the beats. I'm walking away, walking away. I'm walking away. Yeah. So you can hear how it sounds on the reverb. So it was intentionally created for this reverb to give it that washy effect. Now, before we go ahead, I want you to understand that this video is about how I mix my delay aux and not how I use it on my vocals, right? Which is to say, I'm only showing you the things you can do, or you can add to your delay to make them sound more interesting and professional. So let me walk you through the aux chain. The first plugin I'm using is this EQ from Logic, and I'm using this EQ to shape the frequencies a bit. I'm removing 15 decibel of 500 hertz from the low frequencies, and I'm using the low share filter, and I'm also using the high share filter on this high end to remove 5 decibel of 7500 hertz. So that's what I'm doing with this EQ to shape the frequencies a bit. After that, I added the delay plugin, which is also a stock plugin. I'm using the tape delay from Logic Pro X. My delay time is set to quarter note, and is synced to the tempo. Set to quarter note. My feedback is set to 50%, and on my output, my dry is set to 0, and my wet is set to 100%. So that is what I did with this particular delay. Now, another way you can get the timing of your delay if the delay is not synced to the tempo, right, is by dividing the milliseconds per minute by the tempo of the song, just as we did with the reverb time to get the reverb time and the pre-delay time. So what you do is the milliseconds per minute, which is 60,000, divided by the BPM of the song, which is 85. We give you this, right? Which is what we have here, right? So if your delay is not synced to the tempo, you can do this calculation right here. You can do this calculation right here to get your delay time, and that is what I'm having right here. So this is another way you can calculate your delay time. After the delay, I added the doubler, which is from waves, and I'm using this to push things to the side a bit while creating doubles. And what I did on the doubler was to mute the direct signal and also mute the gain from this side of the doubler, the EQ side of the doubler. So I muted the gain and also the direct signal. Like I said, this was created for the reverb, but I'm going to play it with the delay directly on the lead vocals so you can hear how it sounds on the lead vocals. So I'm going to play with and without it. I'm walking away. I'm walking away. I'm walking away. Walking away. You can hear how it sounds if you paid attention to the delay, how the delay became more wider when I engaged this doubler. So that is what I'm using this doubler to do. This is one way you can mix your delay to sound more interesting. You can even take this further by controlling the delay with sidechain. So I'm using the C1 compressor from Waves, and I sidechained the verse and chorus to this delay. On my C1 compressor, I'm using a very fast attack and a very fast release. I'm using 4:1 ratio, and I'm exaggerating the threshold so you can hear exactly what this compressor is doing to the delay. And you can use to taste. I usually use around -20 to 25. That's for me. But in this particular video, I'm just exaggerating it so you can hear what it's doing. My makeup gain is set to 1. So I'm going to play it for you so you can hear what this compressor is doing. It's doing to the lead vocals while it's engaged. I'm walking away. Walking away. So you can hear how controlled this delay sounds as the lead vocals is playing, letting the lead vocals to go through first before the delay comes in. So I'm going to play it with the beat so you can feel it with the beat. So I'm going to play it with and without it. So let's hear how it sounds. I'm walking away. Walking away. I'm walking away. Walking away. Now you can hear how the vocal is cutting through more as soon as I engaged the compressor. So this is the way you can use to let your vocal cut through before the effect, either the reverb or this delay to cut through. This is another way you can let your vocals cut through before the effect comes in by sidechaining the vocals. So this is a method you can use to fill spaces in the song where the vocals is not playing. This is how you can achieve that. Another way you can mix your delay aux is by adding effects to your delay aux. So there are a bunch of effects you can use. All you need to do is just to experiment and know what works for you and what you like. But in this particular video, I'm going to show you two effects I used on this delay aux. The first plugin I'm using is this Vine plugin from Isotope. And the cool thing about this plugin is that it gives you this vintage vibe or lo-fi vibe. But in this case, I'm not using it for that. As you can see, the faders are all the way down and the lo-fi is not even on, right? So I'm using this particular plugin to get this radio-ish vibe. Instead of playing up EQ and setting up the filters to get that radio vibe, I'm using this particular plugin to do that. I'm using the 1930 settings. You can choose any settings you want on this particular plugin, but I'm using the 1930 to get this radio-ish vibe. So I'm going to play it for you so you can hear how it sounds. I'm walking away. I'm walking away. Walking away. Let me play it without the beat so you can hear exactly what he's doing. I'm still going to mute the compressor. Let's hear how it sounds with and without it. I'm walking away. Walking away. So yeah, this is one way you can add effects to your delay to make it sound more interesting. So this is what I did on this particular plugin. The second plugin I used is a chorus plugin from Logic Pro X, and I'm using the preset called Gleaming Chorus. So let's hear how it sounds on this particular delay. I'm walking away. Walking away. I'm walking away. Yeah, so like I said, you can just experiment things to know what works for you. So this is how you can mix your delay aux to sound more interesting and professional. If there's any question or anything at all, please do what to leave it in the comment section. You can send me a DM. My handle is on the description. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so to keep the channel going. Don't forget to like, share, and click on the notification button to get notified when I drop the next video. Thanks for watching and see you soon.